Hey folks, Rob here. And what we're going to do today is we're going to, this, oh, and I forgot to tell you, I put these on. So we're going to do a little polishing on the cylinder of this Sidekick. And to do that, I'm going to take it out. I think it'll be easier to work with. We'll just slide it out of there. And to do that, you depress this detent until you get it started out. Alright, let's do this. Let's try this again. Let's see, are we in? Let's start this again. That punch may be too big. Seems like I get the wrong size punch every time. So I think we went through. There it comes. I felt it move. There it goes. Now hold in on that, because that will come shooting out there. I do have to grind that screw a little bit too. It's a little too long. So, if you've watched the other videos, this kind of has a sticky cylinder. And everybody has said I should polish this. So I'm gonna, most people recommend putting a wire brush on it and doing that, but we're gonna go one step further. I got some burlap here. We're gonna wrap that burlap around a 22 brush, and we are going to put some mother's polish on this. Kind of gunky looking, but we're gonna use it anyway. And the reason I use burlap is kind of an abrasive, and it holds the polish good. And a lot of people use burlap and stuff to burnish leather, and it's just a good thing to use, I think, on polishing. I've used it a lot. And I just have a big roll of burlap. I just cut a little piece off of every time I need it. And we're going to chuck this up in my drill and get that ready. Now this is an old cleaning kit that is kind of a sacrificial cleaning kit I have. I don't really use these boar brushes and jags much anymore. So got that chucked up there. Let me get some of this off my hands. Let me get me another rag over here, because this is kind of messy. Alright, we're going to start here. This is marked 22 long rifle, and so we're going to start right there at that one. Hopefully that'll go in. I think once we start spinning it will. Maybe not. I didn't get that chuck very tight. Well, I broke that off, bent the brush. Let's try. Maybe we got too much burlap. Let's try just the brush. There's a little bit of burlap left on it. We'll use that. And let's get this piece of broken rod out of there. There. I'm going to chuck it right to that larger piece. That'll hold it better. Alright, now let's try this again. So we're at our number 2, or 22. we are back to where we started. So, we won't know if this helps until we shoot it. But let's get it cleaned up and get the polish off of it. And get that polish out of the cylinders. And to do that, let's just get some... that heated the cylinder up a little bit. It's not hot, it's just warm. But it definitely created some friction in there to get that, get anything that might be a burrs or anything in them to. So we should not have an ejection problem now, theoretically. Don't look like much polish got under the ejector. So let me get something and we'll clean those cylinders out before we clean it with our bore snake. Okay, we got our old sacrificial bore mop here that we're going to run through each of those. I'm just going to use my hand to run it through to get as much of that polishing compound out as we can. We're not, I just want to get it cleaned out as best I can of the bore or the polishing compound. Then we're going to put some CLP in it. And clean it with our bore mop. I'm hitting the crane back there as I rotate it. There's a lot of black stuff come out of that. They look pretty shiny now. I don't know if you can see down through there or not. I don't know if you can see that or not. But they look fairly shiny. Okay. I think we've went through them all with our sacrificial piece of bore mop there. Yeah, this kit here is just I got two like this, and this is just one I use as a, I don't care if I mess up parts of it. So anyway, let's wipe this off again, and let's spray it down good with CLP. I said spray it, it ain't coming out very fast. I think that can's about empty. So let's give it a good wipe down with CLP. That should take off any residual polishing compound. And now we'll run our bore snake through it. And that should have us ejecting better. If it doesn't, there's a problem. The little gun's shooting better. I'm hoping that once we put some more rounds with it through it, it'll level out. And some guns just have a little break-in period, and it takes them a little while to get broke in. Alright, we're going to run our bore snake through it here and give it a final cleaning. Let's start here at this number 2. I'm probably out of frame most of the time. And we're going to put us some CLP right here. Since it ain't spraying out very good, we're going to put a little bit here on this wire section of it. We're starting there at the first, where it says 22. Okay. And then we'll go to the second, which would be here. This might be boring, guys. Watching me pull a bore snake through a 22 long rifle cylinder. But let's hope this helps us to eject better. If any of y'all's ever done this before. Fourth one. Did I already go through that one? Y'all gonna have to keep an eye on me. So number 4. So now we're at number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to try to shoot this here in a little bit and redo this comparison. So we're at number 6. 6. I'd like to redo the comparison of the 3 guns. I do think the Ruger, I've shot that Ruger better. Now, is it the most accurate? No, I'll admit it's not as accurate as the Heritage, or it's looking like this gun. But I have shot it better. I don't think it's nearly as inaccurate as of the 3 guns, the Ruger definitely has the hardest trigger. And I was shooting offhand, you know. And it definitely has the hardest trigger. And which made it a little more difficult to shoot than either one of these 2. The Heritage in single action has a extremely good trigger. This in single action has an extremely good trigger. Both these guns, the Diamondback and the Heritage, triggers far exceed the Ruger, and it showed in my shooting. Of course, you know, I have trouble seeing, and I shake a lot since the whole COVID thing. I don't know if that's a side effect of it, but it seems like since I had COVID, I tend to be more shaky. And you know, when a trigger's harder to pull and you're shaking, it's going to pull those rounds a lot more than it would if you didn't. And so, all right, we got that out. And one thing I want to do here real quick is I put these grips on here, but this screw is too long. So I'm going to take this screw out and shorten it down a little bit. These came off of my I put these on my 1972 Ruger 3-screw Blackhawk. Excuse me. And I decided that I'd keep it original. It had the original grips on it, and I decided just to put them back on it and keep it original. So let me take this screw down a little bit, and we'll put this gun together. Okay, got the screw shortened down, got the grips reinstalled, and so we'll be sporting the Ajax ivory polymer grips on this from here on out. So let's get our cylinder reinstalled, and to do that, push your pin in just past where your cylinder will start in. Once you get it in there far enough, it just drops in. So anyway, guys, that is it. Let's while we're here, let's run our bore snake through the cylinder once or twice, and go ahead and clean it. Get it cleaned up a little bit. Give it a little bit of a cleaning. Let's put a little CLP right there. Put a little more right here. And give us a pull through. Clean out that board real good. Let's take her through there one more time. Let's go through from this side. Might be a little easier. come through from this side. I really like these boar snakes. I've just about quit using the old cleaning rod and jags. And these things are so easy to use and so convenient. They do a really good job. So, see if we can see down that bore. Let's get something white in there. See, can you see down there? Yeah, she looks pretty good. Rifling in it looks good. Looks kind of shallow, but it looks good. Alright guys, we're going to wrap this video up. That is the chambers polished on that cylinder of the Diamondback. We'll shoot it here in a day or two, maybe today, maybe. I got to work tonight. Been off a couple nights because my wife was in the hospital on, they put her in Friday night. She was in there till Saturday evening. Thought she was having a heart attack, and come to find out it was just extremely high blood pressure, and she has some health issues going on. Then last night I planned on going to work, and I took a nap. I laid down for a nap before work, and about 5 o'clock she woke me up, and her blood pressure had dropped to like 80/50, and she was really feeling rough, and we thought there for a while we was going to have to take her back to the ER, and we got a hold of her cardiologist, and he told her to cut some of her blood pressure medicine, and if it dropped any lower than the bottom number 40, that she needed to come in. But she was okay at where she was at, but they would need to adjust her medicine. So anyway, guys, I thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, and check out the Hamilton Outdoors Facebook group page. And until the next video, we'll see you later. Thanks for watching.